So this is a comparison of two of my good laps, the blue and the red, compared with a friend of mine who's an absolute balls out driver in the green here. We're all in the same car. His is a PDK, so it's really interesting to be able to use VBOX to compare our laps here. So first interesting thing is going into, I think this is corner 6 and 7 and 8. His PDK lets him carry more velocity. Actually, you'll see the shift here. I'm shifting and he's stays on the gas, and so he achieves a higher speed going in this corner. Now notice I'm braking a lot later, as you can see in this trailing line here. Braking less, so I actually go into this corner quite a bit faster, 111 miles an hour, and my slower of two good lap times. I need to figure out how to get that back than my friend here. And so what's cool about VBOX is I can just step through this and see our different, steering angle input visually. I don't have to look at the data. I can see it visually on the scene and step through it and see what we're doing differently at the exact same inch on the track. All right, jumping forward here to see a little bit of his testicular fortitude relative to mine going through I don't even know what you call this corner. I've been to Barber too many times. He's going up here quite a bit faster. So back on the gas, and as a result, we're kind of carrying similar speeds. Now where it gets really interesting is coming into this corner. You can see his green trace. He is not going to brake nearly as much as I do. So if I step through that, I mean, this is a massive difference. He's going 103 miles an hour, where I've already slowed down to 83 and 86. It's a huge difference going in here. So I need to figure out how to trick my brain into letting me do that. But what's cool is I can step through this inch by inch and just see our inputs relative to one another. So he's braking really hard here. I'm already off the brakes and back on the gas. Doesn't really matter because he's still carrying 100 miles an hour versus my 83. But let it go back to play here. You can kind of see the difference coming up the hill. All these laps playing side by side. And then down here coming into the corner. Last of the two corners here to see. I think I'm a little closer to the apex on this one than he is. As an example, you can see that visually side by side versus looking at it in the data. So yeah, that's the big difference I think VBOX has over the other tools, is if you have friends or want to compare lap times and really see that visually, makes a huge difference being able to step through the lap and see exactly in comparison what was going on in the data and also visually what was going on the track.